here?
Dr. Steve, look at this.
Airmail, special delivery, University of Chicago.
Read it.
You wrote to Professor Geiling like I suggested.
It was only 3 cents. What did I have to lose?
Was I right? Is he starting a department of pharmacology?
Read it.
If you can be in Chicago by March 1st, 1936, you may have the research assistantship for 4 months, and then a scholarship to see you through a PhD. Please wire immediate decision. That's wonderful.
No, the first part.
We have received your letter of application.
Before that.
Dear Mr. Oldham.
Mr. Oldham.
Oh, I see.
Look, I know I'm no Jean Harlow, but I hope to God I can't pass for Mr.
It's the name Francis.
But men are I.S. I'm E.S.
They must have missed it.
What should I do?
Well,
I'm gonna write and tell them.
don't be ridiculous.
I gotta do something. I can't just show up and have Geiling say no girls allowed.
He won't do that.
But you said yourself he doesn't hold much with women as scientists.
That is true. Okay, here's what you do. You accept the position, sign your name, put Miss in brackets afterwards, and then go.
That's it?
That's it.
Miss in brackets?
Uh-huh.
And Geiling won't send me home.
No.
You sure?
Geiling may be old-fashioned, but once he's met you, he'll want to keep you.
Why?
Because he's not stupid. Enjoy America, Francis. Make us proud.
I'll try.
Hey, Betty, Psycho opens next weekend. At the drive-in, wanna go? I know how much you like Hitchcock. Okay, I'll look for something else. Betty? You okay? You okay?
Oh, just peachy.
Oh, hang on. You missed a spot.
I need a knife.
You need a what?
A knife.
What for?
To cut off your thing.
My thing.
Yeah, it's gotta go.
It's gotta go!
It's gotta go.
Why?
I'm pregnant, John.
You're too late then.
Like 4 weeks.
You're pregnant.
It's the very last thing that we need.
You're pregnant.
What are we going to do?
Pregnant?
I'm going to get fired for sure.
Oh, that's terrific!
Ugh, this is why they hire drug detail men, John.
You turned the back room into a nursery.
It's bad enough that I'm married.
I'm not using it for anything.
Can you imagine a pregnant woman slinging drugs to doctors?
We'd have to repaint it, of course.
What am I going to tell Meryl?
What color?
John!
What color should we repaint the back room?
What am I going to tell Meryl?
That you're pregnant.
Are you crazy?
It's gonna become obvious.
Do you want me to get fired?
I want you to see a doctor.
What do you think I do all day?
As a patient.
Like that's going to happen.
Maybe they could give you something.
A pink slip?
For the vomiting.
Are you even listening to me?
Betty, you need a doctor.
No. No. I need a knife.
Where are you going?
The kitchen.
Why?
Because that's where the knives are.
Betty!
Hey! Hot off the press.
Kevin on.
Our FDA application.
Great, walk me through it.
Okay, this first one, chemistry from our German friends.
Can we,
Blumenthal.
but it's in English.
Yeah, the FDA made us pay to translate them.
What's in it?
Manufacturing, purity, consistency, that sort of thing.
Boring. What's this?
Safety, animal tests.
Lab rats and such?
Yup.
Why does this say cannot be determined?
Oh, that's the LD50.
Why can't it be determined?
Rats won't die.
You're kidding.
No, the little bastards refuse to die.
It's that safe?
If you're a lab rat.
Okay. What's this?
Ah, that's our investigational study.
We have an investigational study.
Not really. We gave Kevin on the 30 docs, asked them to give it to their patients and tell us what they saw.
So like testimonials and such.
Yep.
Just curious. Do the docs tell the patients that Kevadon hasn't been approved?
We don't require it. No.
Okay. Adverse reactions?
None.
In the US?
In the entire world, as far as we know.
Do you think Kevadon will save lives?
Very alive. Yeah, Margaret Sullivan.
Who?
You know Margaret Sullivan?
No.
Sure you do. She's that actress that starred in the movie about those three Germans. She got nominated for the Academy
The
Award.
three comrades.
Right. Dead. Overdose.
From what?
Barbiturates. Mix it with booze, it'll kill you.
You think Kevadon is safer than barbiturates?
Well, let me put it to you this way. If Margaret Sullivan had been taking Kevadon, she'd still be alive.
So why did SmithKline drop it?
Sorry?
If Kevadon is so safe, why did SmithKline drop it?
Oh, that.
They had it in testing for years.
Nobody knows.
World's first safe sleeping pill. The market's going to be huge. You don't just walk away from that.
SmithKline did.
Think they found something?
I don't know.
Should we try and find out?
How?
Ask them?
SmithKline is not going to talk to them.
How about the Germans? Would they tell us?
Maybe if SmithKline talked to them.
Should we try and track it down?
Don't you think we'd be seeing something by now?
You'd think. It is already in what? 40 countries?
46?
And nothing anywhere, right?
I'll tell you this, tracking it down takes a lot of detective work.
Kevadon has got to be on the market by Christmas.
Ha! We'll be lucky if we ever by the 4th of July.
That is no good.
So, we turn it in?
Sure. Turn it in. How long till we find out?
Oh, 60 days tops.
So Christmas is a lock?
Christmas with Kevadon.
Gotta admit, it does have a nice ring.
Yeah, like a cash register.
A lot of anxious ladies and sleepless nights over the holidays.
Yep, and we're going to be playing Santa Claus.
Excuse me, do you know where I can find Dr. Francis Oldham Kelsey?
Here.
You.
Me.
You sure?
Pretty sure. I was Francis Oldham Kelsey when I got up this morning.
Sorry. It's just, I thought you'd be older. Gertrude Helfer.
I think I'm gonna like you, Gertrude Helfer.
PhD, University of Chicago, right?
MD and PhD.
God, you must have been in school forever. Those your kids?
Yes.
Nice.
Do you have kids?
No. Korea.
I'm so sorry.
I brought your first 2 applications.
2?
Rumors you got the easy ones.
Because I'm the new kid on the block.
The new woman.
Of course, the new woman.
Is it true you only got to the University of Chicago because they thought you were a man?
Where did you hear that?
People talk.
It's the name, Francis. They were expecting Mr. Oldham. I was quite a surprise.
Would they have let you in if they'd known you were Miss Oldham?
I asked them that after I'd been there a few years.
What'd they say?
They refused to answer.
Typical.
So, what do I get as the new woman?
Yes. A rectal enema.
A rectal enema?
Yes.
Is that a joke?
No, lymphema. It's a rectal enema.
Oh,
Say, what's it like being famous?
you're thinking of my husband.
No, you're famous.
May I ask why?
Massengill.
You know Massengill.
I mean, it's like a bad novel. Massengill's chief chemist,
Harold Cole Watkins.
Watkins, makes this great tasting antibiotic by mixing sulfa with antifreeze.
Diethylene glycol.
Folks take it and die. Watkins sees this, shoots himself, he dies.
That didn't help.
Washington has all these dead bodies just popping up, and of course, they haven't a clue.
It was a difficult time.
So they ask you guys at the University of Chicago to figure it out.
We had a good lab.
And they passed the Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act, so stuff like Massengill can't happen again, and created all these jobs. Oh, sure, folks around here know Massengill. You can bet on it. How old were you then, anyway?
23.
23. And you solved Massengill.
I just ran rats.
That's not what I heard.
Garling wrote the paper.
But you figured it out.
The rats did, actually.
How?
By dying.
Oh, wait, I almost forgot. Kevadon, a sedative.
A sleeping pill?
Sleeping pills are easy.
I'll try and stay awake.
Is that a joke?
Who makes it?
Germans. It's already being sold all over the world.
Who's handling it here?
Merrill, Cincinnati.
Oh, okay.
It's no big deal. Betty? Betty!
Oh, don't tell me.
It just ended.
Damn it!
So wasn't that great?
I'm gonna get fired.
No, you're not.
Meryl's just
I
looking for an
covered for
excuse.
you. You did. We girls gotta stick together.
Thank you.
As far as Meryl knows, you attended everything. Here, I even picked up your samples.
Well, how can I ever think
You look
that
just
this is-
awful.
Well, gee, thanks.
No, I mean in case you haven't noticed.
I've noticed.
Want to tell me what's been going on?
Oh, I've been throwing up a lot.
Really?
Yeah. Food poisoning.
Food poisoning.
Yeah.
That's what you're calling it.
It was something I ate.
Honey, if you ate it, you wouldn't be in this condition. Or so we're told.
Or so you're told.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How's John handling
Oh, he's over the moon. He didn't know his father, you know.
How far along?
I guess he thinks this is his chance to make things right somehow.
Men are weird.
A couple of months, and you can't tell a soul.
My lips are sealed.
I don't want to lose my job.
How can I help?
Well, start by telling me what I missed.
Kevadon.
Kevadon.
Meryl's latest wonder drug.
What's it for?
You name it.
Abdominal pain, alcoholism, anorexia, asthma, cancer, cardiovascular disease, dental procedures, emotional instability, functional bowel distress, kidney disease, marital discord.
I'm giving it to Richard.
Menopause, nervous exhaustion, nightmares, poor schoolwork, premature ejaculation.
Did I mention I'm giving it to Richard?
Tuberculosis and vomiting.
Morning sickness.
Morning sickness.
Oh yes, Germans, they love it for morning sickness.
Germans.
It's a German drug. Meryl's just selling it.
So it's safe during pregnancy.
Our guys say safest thing since water.
The safest thing since water.
Can't kill rats with it.
You can't kill rats with it.
That's what our guys say.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Well, maybe if your rat is suffering from nervous exhaustion, you can give it to him and not worry.
Oh, something like that.
So when the FDA approve it,
The FDA, they haven't.
they haven't.
But I know.
Our guys will tell us when it's approved so we can start pushing it.
No, we start now.
Hang on, I must be missing something. We start pushing it before it's been approved?
Right, before.
Well, is that legal?
Apparently there's this loophole.
Must be some loophole.
They're calling it a clinical investigation.
A clinical investigation?
We're supposed to target the most influential docs.
How?
Appeal to their egos.
Doctors have egos?
Don't complain, this is something above the waist for a change.
Okay, so what's our pitch?
We tell the doc we think he's important enough to be one of the first in the country selected to use Kevadon.
You're kidding, right?
No.
Our guys think the docs are stupid enough to fall for that.
Betty, you know they are.
So how do the docs report their results
What results?
for this clinical investigation?
They don't.
They don't.
I mean, I guess they could if they really wanted to.
The docs don't report their results?
That's what our guys say.
Well, what the hell kind of investigation is that?
Our kind, apparently.
Well, how are we going to learn anything if they don't report?
All I know is that they said don't get hung up on selling a research program instead of Kevadon.
Oh, I see. They just want us to push the drug
Right, push the drug.
before it's approved.
Before it's approved.
And that's legal
For our guys.
because it's a study
Yes.
where the docs don't report their results.
Correct.
Wow. So what do we do?
What choice do we have?
We push the drug.
Anyway, there you have it. 2-day conference, 5 minutes.
You're better than Reader's Digest.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got to run. Marital discord.
You're a lifesaver.
You look green. Call me. The Times finally called it. Kennedy!
Took them long enough.
I wonder what that means for us.
We're gonna need new hats.
New hats.
Have you seen Jackie?
Oh, right.
What's that?
For you!
Thanks. What's the occasion?
Your first drug approval.
An enema.
You gotta start somewhere. So, how's Kevin?
A very popular topic these days.
Aren't you getting near the deadline?
Tomorrow.
You do know that if you don't decide by the deadline, Kevin gets
approved automatically. Yes, I know. You're like the 10th person today to tell me.
Sorry. What you gonna do?
I don't know.
You want me to ask one of the guys who's been around?
No.
Really? It'd be no trouble.
No.
Look, I'm sure they...
I don't need their help.
Okay.
I asked my husband
You asked your husband.
what he thought of Meryl's applications.
Oh, right. Must be convenient to have a husband who happens to be a world-famous pharmacologist.
Most of the time I prefer a plumber.
But not now.
No, not now.
And?
He wrote a memo.
What'd you say?
He wrote a memo.
A memo.
Yes.
A memo.
Yes.
Dr. Kelsey, you know there's only one reason he'd do that. He's leaving a paper trail.
You think?
Something must be very wrong. He's worried someone is going to come in after the fact and review the Kevin decision. Can I see it?
Sure. Here.
Thank you. A meaningless collection of pseudo-scientific jargon apparently intended to impress chemically unsophisticated readers. Ouch! He does not mince words.
And that's not the worst. Look at his conclusion.
I cannot believe.
This to be honest incompetence.
Really?
Uh-huh.
He thinks someone's lying.
He does.
Who?
That, my friend, is the $64,000 question.
And your deadline is...
Tomorrow.
Wow.
Gertrude, you've been here a while. What do folks do in cases like this?
Most cases aren't like this.
But usually.
Well, usually it's cut and dried. Do you have evidence Kevinon's not safe?
No.
It gets approved then.
Really?
The only reason you can turn a drug down is if you've got evidence it's unsafe.
Even if someone is lying.
Can you prove they're lying?
Not yet.
Hey, stranger. Betty, when'd you get back into town?
Oh, yesterday. Try as I might, I can't be on the road all the time.
How's the marital discord?
How's John?
Hammering and painting, everything in sight.
He's feathering the nest.
No, he's a complete madman.
You're lucky, you know.
Keep reminding me.
You here for...
Nolson.
How is he?
The same.
Oh, that's too bad.
He's in the Kevadon study.
Oh, he does a lot of OB, right?
Tons. He just about lives in labor and delivery.
Good. We're supposed to be targeting busy OB dogs.
Where'd you hear that?
Meryl, how are you feeling, by the way?
Better, thanks.
You look better.
And you know what? Kevadon might just work
You took it.
for the morning sickness, and well, I'm not puking my guts up every morning.
Good to know Kevin works for something.
So why OBs?
Oh, the marketing guys think you pregnant women are going to be a huge market.
Ooh, so nice to be a demographic in demand.
Only a lot of my guys are reluctant to use it.
New drug and everything.
I'm hoping that changes once it's been approved.
Approved, but I thought it already had been approved.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? They said any day weeks ago. What happened?
You think they tell me? All I know is that now they're saying tomorrow.
Well, at least Nolson sold.
Oh, because you're such a great advertiser.
You mean fat?
Hush, you're glowing.
Well, it's better than being green.
Hey! Heard anything yet?
Nothing.
Well, that's strange.
I was just thinking the same thing.
You should have received something in the mail by now.
That is the usual protocol,
Now a phone call.
so I'm told.
You try calling?
Several times they won't return my phone calls.
Could be busy.
I suppose.
Still, it is strange.
Very.
Who's reviewing it?
Some woman.
A woman! Well, there's your problem right
I
there.
have her name right here. It's Dr. Frances Oldham Kelsey.
Never heard of her.
Me neither. Brand new, it turns out.
Well, that could work to our advantage.
Still, I had her checked out just to see where we're up against.
Smart, smart.
You'll never guess where she was before the FDA.
Harvard.
South Dakota.
South Dakota? What does anyone even do in South Dakota?
Get this? She was raising her kids.
A housewife?
Can you believe it?
how does a housewife get a job at the FDA?
I wondered the same thing myself. Turns out her husband is apparently this big deal at the National Institutes of Health.
So you figured they hired her to get him?
Of course. How else could she have gotten the job?
Well, she's new. Maybe she just wants to deliver the good news personally.
We are her clients, after all. You'd think she'd want to develop a relationship.
Yeah, women like that sort of thing.
Just the same, I don't trust anyone in Washington.
Look, Joe, don't worry. I've scrubbed the application. There's nothing negative in it.
Ray, I get paid to worry. Hello?
Dr. Murray,
Dr. Kelsey, hello.
they told me you'd been calling.
For days.
Sorry, it's taken me a while to learn the ropes.
We thought you'd fallen off the face of the earth.
No, still here, unfortunately.
So, you've got us all in suspense. What's the verdict? Dr. Kelsey, are you there?
You should have your application back
Back?
in a few days.
Oh, so you approved it then?
No,
You rejected it?
no.
So what are you doing then?
Returning it.
Returning it why?
It's, incomplete.
Incomplete how?
Well, you cite a lot of German studies,
It's a German drug.
but your German translations are wrong.
You cannot be serious.
I am. Get a better translator.
Anything else?
You include 30 reports from American doctors.
Yes, our investigational study.
These aren't even remotely an investigational study. They're testimonials.
They're a study.
To be honest, most of them are barely believable.
Oh, so you don't like them.
It's not a matter of my liking them. You need real studies.
Anything else?
Your rats.
Oh, let me guess, you want them to die.
Rats have trouble absorbing certain drugs.
I see, so now you're an expert in rats.
Actually, I am.
Unbelievable.
And if you want to give Kevadon to pregnant women,
You know we do.
provide us with research that shows Kevadon is safe in pregnancy.
Are you done?
No, there's a few more.
I'm sure.
I can put them in the cover letter if you'd like.
That would be great.
Fine. Let us know if you want to resubmit.
Oh, we will.
Bye.
You okay?
Apparently we can't translate German.
What?
Damn it, Christmas is lost.
There's no way she turned that application
She
down.
didn't.
So what's the problem?
She's returning it.
returning it. Can she even do that legally?
She thinks she can.
Doesn't she know how this game is played?
Apparently not.
Bitch. Stupid. Meryl is gonna crush her.
Yeah,
Who's up first?
public relations.
PR. Oh, she's gonna wish she never heard of Kevadon.
Oh, and Kelsey wants more research.
Why? She's got the German stuff.
American research, American journals, American docs.
Ooh, that's gonna take time.
A study on pregnancy
Pregnancy!
that shows Kevadon is safe.
I think I might have somebody for that.
Who?
Ray Nelson.
Is he a specialist in obstetrics?
No, better than that. He's Don Merrill's fraternity brother.
Is he sharp?
Well, let's just put it this way. He'll be very cooperative and geographically convenient.
Good.
Oh, shit.
What?
What about marketing?
Marketing.
Oh, those guys in marketing are going to be pissed.
Why?
Well, they've been distributing Kevadon, just waiting for FDA approval.
I asked them about that. They said it's part of an investigational study.
Investigational study, my ass.
What?
Oh, don't look so shocked. Everybody does it. We're just trying to get Kevadon into the hands of as many docs as possible
Wait,
before...
are you saying it's not a real study?
Marketing didn't talk to you?
No.
It's a sham! You don't think we'd actually trust those idiots to put together a study, do you?
Is there any way that we could justify it's a real study?
Why?
In case someone asks.
Who's going to ask?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe the FDA.
The FDA is not going to
But
ask.
what if they do? Can we justify it's a real investigational study?
And not a marketing study.
No, a legitimate medical investigation.
Not a chance.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. No study design, no controls. Hell, we even tell the doctors that they don't have to report their results.
How are we supposed to find anything out if the docs don't report?
That's not the point.
Do you think marketing will shut it down?
Are you crazy? Do you have any idea how much money we have into this?
Why didn't Kelsey just approve it?
That is strange.
They always do.
Well, don't worry. She'll cave.
I know she'll cave, but Christmas is lost.
Well, maybe January.
No, it'll be March, at least.
Hey, Joe. Get this. In Germany, parents can get Kevadon in syrup form without a prescription. They give it to the kids to sedate them so that they can go to the movies. They call it Kindersaft. Cinema juice.
Leave it to the Germans.
Yeah, meanwhile, you and I can't get it past some damn housewife at the FDA.
So, I had to pee really bad.
What was showing?
Casablanca.
He's looking at you, kid.
The theater was packed.
Don't you hate that? Squeezing past everyone, knowing they're all thinking, why didn't this bimbo go before the show started?
Did I mention I had to collect my urine
On your first date?
in a big jar?
Fun.
It was doomed from the start.
Why?
Was it doomed?
No, why'd you have to collect your urine in a big jar?
To find a new drug for malaria.
What was wrong with quinine?
We were running out. Japan had just taken the Dutch East Indies.
If you can't treat malaria, you can't fight in the tropics.
And if you can't fight in the tropics, you can't win the war. So, they launched this crash program to find a substitute. There wasn't time to look for volunteers.
You tested the drugs on yourself?
We took turns. My bad luck. The one I took damaged my liver and I was jaundiced.
Yellow?
As a canary.
On your first date?
I looked just hideous.
And looking hideous is so helpful on a first date.
Isn't it? Anyway, I went to the bathroom and filled the jar to the top. Then I thought, now what? How am I going to get back to my seat without spilling urine on everyone?
The folks sitting around you held you in such high regard already.
I know, right? I finally got up the courage to come out. And there was Ellis, just standing there. He took the urine, put it in our empty popcorn bag, gave me his arm, and led me back to our seats.
And you knew.
And I knew. We got married the next year.
Great story. So, did you end up discovering anything, I mean, besides your husband?
No new malaria drug. But we did stumble onto something no one had ever described before. Pregnant rabbits.
Pregnant rabbits?
Break down quinine fine, but for some reason, fetal rabbits, they can't break it down at all. Hang on. Frances Kelsey. I don't know who told you that, but it's not true. No, it doesn't work like that. I'll take it into consideration. Well, thanks for sharing that with me. Okay, goodbye. That was odd.
Who was it?
Some congressional staffer. He said he'd heard I'd made a mistake with the Kevadon application.
He what?
How would he even know?
Meryl!
You think?
Consider it a warning. Where'd you get that anyway? An incomplete application?
It's in the regulations.
I'm impressed.
I mean, if it had been a life-saving antibiotic or heart then, but it's another tranquilizer.
It's started.
What?
Meryl's coming at you, and it's gonna get ugly.
Wonderful. How do these things generally work out?
They win.
Always.
Always. They don't stop, not till they get what they want.
Well, we might just have to change that.
With all due respect, Dr. Kelsey, you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
You're right.
But you still think you can handle it.
Me? I don't know. But growing up back home in Canada, I was the only girl at an all-boy prep school. I have a lot of practice with guys coming out.
Dr. Dawson!
Dr. Pogge!
Great of you to get away on such short notice.
Oh, couldn't miss my last chance for golf before the snow flies.
Hey, Don Nelson's, Don Merrill sends his regards.
How is Don?
Great!
Good.
Don said we could count on you.
Count on me.
Yeah,
For what?
we run into a bit of a problem.
Problem?
So, how's that Kevadon we sent you?
It was beautiful.
And by all accounts, absolutely harmless.
Even better. So what's the problem?
This woman at the FDA is being an absolute pain in the ass about approving our application.
And what's she need?
I'll tell you what she needs.
I mean for Kevadon.
Research.
About?
Pregnancy.
What's that got to do with me?
We want you to do a study
Me?
that says that Kevadon is safe in pregnancy, published in a major American journal.
You've got two problems.
Okay.
One, I am not a board-certified obstetrician.
We can get around that.
Oh, you can.
Sure, that's easy. What's your second problem?
I don't have the time.
I'll write it.
What do you mean?
I'll write the study.
With what data?
Well, we have what the Germans gave us, and we'll take whatever you can give us.
So then you write it.
Well, we'll send it to your approval, of course.
And then what?
Submit it.
Under my name.
Under your name.
Even though you wrote it?
Right.
What is this, some sort of joke?
No. No joke.
Seems like a hell of a lot of trouble to go to just to get some article published.
No one can know it's from Merrill.
Why not?
Because if Merrill's name's not on it, we can submit it to the FDA and then
Oh, I get it. You want to be able to say, here's this independent study.
that Kevadon is safe in pregnancy. Right.
How do you know the study's going to say that Kevadon is safe in pregnancy?
Trust me, it will.
Sounds like you've been down this road before.
Writing papers for other docs? About 30 times.
30 times?
Sure, everybody does it.
Really?
You'd be surprised.
And it's okay?
Yeah, they get published.
Past peer review and everything?
Yep. Do you ever wonder why the medical ads and the research articles just seem to sort of line up?
What if they find out that I didn't write it?
No one's going to find out.
Well, what if someone asks?
Who's going to ask?
Suppose someone talks.
Who's going to talk? Look,
Someone.
only you and I are going to know. I'm not going to say anything. Are you?
No.
See?
Couldn't I lose my license?
Lose your license. Get serious. Do you think they're going to throw hundreds of docs out on the street? Come on. This is a win-win. You get a major study on your resume
And Merrill gets Kevadon approved.
Right. Merrill gets Kevadon approved.
I don't know.
Ray, look, I know this must seem unconventional, but we do this sort of thing every day. We're just trying to get it past some stupid bureaucrat in Washington. What do you say? Don said we could count on you.
Okay, I guess.
You won't regret it.
You up for this?
Stop asking me that.
Just checking.
It's cramps. I get them all the time. I'm fine.
You sure?
I'm fine, John.
Okay, no peeking then.
I'm not speaking.
I don't trust you.
I'm not.
Ta-da!
Oh. Well, this is quite honestly the most pathetic looking Christmas tree I have ever seen. Oh, I love you.
Ray,
Look, Joe, I'm not saying you're wrong. Just wondering if it's a good idea to pressure the FDA commissioner about Kelsey right now. The PR campaign is ruining her.
Ray, she killed Christmas.
I know, but pressuring Larrick is not going to change that.
So you wanted to what? Invite her to New Year's?
No.
Give her a cocktail and a party?
No.
Got a t-shirt to do the twist?
Look, Joe, Larrick is going to be gun shy about the Walsh scandal, 1. And 2, Kennedy's coming into office
Ray,
and...
1, I'm going to pressure Larrick, not bribe him. 2, who the hell knows what Kennedy's going to do. And 3, if Keith offers...
Keith!
Yeah.
You're worried about a senator who runs around in a coonskin cap.
Listen.
The man thinks he's Davy Crockett, for Christ's sake.
If Keith Barber's bill gets out of committee.
It's not going to get out of
If
committee.
it ever does get out of committee and gets a vote and passes, we're going to have to start proving that the claims we make for drugs are actually true.
Not going to happen.
Oh, yeah, you want that? Let's see. Oh, cures poor schoolwork.
Look, Joe.
Poor schoolwork, Ray?
Joe.
Poor schoolwork. You want to go to the FDA and try and explain how taking Kevadon is going to help Johnny get an A in geometry?
Look, Joe, both you and I know that that's got nothing to do with anything.
It's coming.
It's not.
It is coming, and it's going to be a whole new ball game.
Listen to me. Not going to happen.
We have to get Kevadon approved before the rules change.
If the rules
We
change.
cannot afford to take that chance.
Look, Joe, I'm just warning you. Pressuring Lark to get rid of Kelsey now could come back to bite us on the ass.
What'd you get the girls for Christmas? Dr. Kelsey. Elvis was asking me to marry him. Now that he's back from the service and all. But I'm thinking, what is a woman like me gonna do with a man who can move his hips like that?
Sorry, what were you saying?
Christmas.
Oh,
What's so interesting?
the molecular weight of Kevadon.
Sounds riveting.
I want to see whether Kevadon can reach the fetus.
Oh, so size really does matter.
Crossing placentas, not creating them.
What's the cutoff?
Under 1,000.
What's Meryl say?
About whether
Kevadon reaches the fetus.
they say it has not been established whether there is any transfer of Kevadon across the placental barrier.
We gotta give him credit for being honest.
But they also say Kevadon is completely safe for the developing fetus.
Completely safe.
Completely safe.
If Meryl doesn't know whether Kevadon reaches the fetus, how do they know it's completely safe?
They don't.
So what, Meryl's just guessing?
Uh-huh.
What do the Germans say?
The Germans? Nothing. They're not talking.
How about SmithKline?
Their research isn't public.
So you need a new study.
Someone has to force Meryl to find out if Kevadon is safe for a fetus.
Someone? You mean like you?
I know we said we weren't going to make a big deal out of Christmas this year.
That's okay, next year.
Next year, with the baby.
With the baby.
So don't be mad, okay?
Why would I be mad? Oh, we said no presents.
I know.
No presents means no presents.
Sorry.
We had an agreement.
We did.
We're supposed to be saving money for when I can't work.
I know.
Well, so?
You need it.
I need it.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, you're getting bigger,
Like I hadn't
and
noticed.
it's starting to snow. Open it.
We had an agreement.
I know.
And you're breaking all the rules.
Open it!
Oh, I'm gonna have to think of a very special way to punish you.
Look, Commissioner Larrick, we understand that Kelsey's new, but Kevadon is far too important to us to be part of some woman's on-the-job training. Now, sir, just wanted to call and tell you how unhappy we are and remind you that we have some very powerful friends in Congress. No, sir, not a threat. A fact. We want Kelsey replaced.
Hang on. Here it is. 258.
So Kevadon reaches the fetus.
Kevadon reaches the fetus.
Open it.
Okay. Oh, John. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, I love it. Oh, thank you.
Here, try it on.
Okay.
Betty?
What?
Come in. Mary.
How is she?
Okay. Sad.
John, I'm so sorry.
Spot out she acted.
I know.
Well,
How are you?
one minute you're dreaming on how to build a tree house, the next it's all Gone. Hey, Betty, look who's here.
I brought you something.
Russell Stover.
When in doubt, chocolate works for me.
How you feeling?
Did John show you the nursery?
No.
Oh, he did such a good job.
Maybe later.
He built a cradle, Mary. Betty at the shop after work.
Betty.
A cradle. He worked
What
so
did the
hard
doctor
on it.
say?
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. We'll have to show you.
Betty,
again.
what did the doctor say?
The doctor.
What did he say?
He said that it was all for the best.
He did.
Something was wrong with the baby.
Do you think it's because I didn't love the baby enough?
What? No.
Because I did.
Of course you did.
I let John down.
No, you did
I
not.
let him down.
John loves you.
He was looking forward to the baby.
You can always try again.
No, I'm so scared. What if there's something horribly wrong with me?
Did the doctor say anything?
No.
I bet you're all right then.
What
I'm
if he's not
sure
telling me what
He would
was
say something
wrong?
if there was anything wrong.
Oh, what if, Mary? What if?
Just give it time.
Oh, that's what John says.
John's right. Just give it time, Betty.
Oh, it's so silly. Here, let's talk about something else.
Okay.
Work.
Your docs. They miss you.
Oh, you were just saying that.
No, they really miss you.
I bet you're spoiling them.
What is it you do for those guys anyway?
Trade secrets.
Well, whatever it is, I'm of course substitute.
Did I miss anything?
Not much, still signing of docs.
For what?
Have not, remember? The study?
That's still going on.
Oh, bigger than ever.
So it got approved,
No, not yet.
but they gave you a date.
Nothing certain. They said they have to get rid of some dimwit at the FDA first. Next year, maybe? Oh, and you're not going to believe this.
What?
Nolson.
God, what did he do now?
He's supposed to be writing some big deal study.
Nelson knows how to write.
Apparently, who knew?
So what's this big deal study on?
Pregnancy something.
Pregnancy.
Whether Kevin is safe or whatnot.
Whether Kevadon is safe in pregnancy.
Something like that.
But I thought it had already been proven safe in pregnancy. They said
It has! Saves with water.
Why is Nelson doing the study?
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
You see the inauguration?
A bit.
Looked like everyone was freezing.
I heard they almost had to cancel the parade.
Well, Kennedy's gonna be a big improvement over Eisenhower.
Yeah, Kennedy's got hair.
Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country.
Like work nights and weekends.
Funny, he left that part out.
That inauguration party must have been something.
Sinatra, Nat King Cole, Ella, Gene Kelly.
Did you see Jackie's inauguration gown?
Bet that number's going straight to the Smithsonian.
Where would you wear something like that?
I don't know, but 5 will get you 10. They'll be selling knockoffs at Macy's.
Just what you need.
I know, right? Oh, I almost forgot. Your next application. Did you hear Marilyn Monroe got divorced?
Again?
From that playwright guy. What's his name?
Arthur Miller.
I never got what she saw in him anyway.
They say opposites attract. So, what's your guess? Another enema?
You are developing quite the specialty.
It'll be the opening line of my obituary. Dr. Frances Kelsey, best known for her work with enemas.
I like DiMaggio better.
Everyone liked DiMaggio better.
Think Marilyn still loves him?
Did Kevin get reassigned?
That's what they're saying.
Any idea who?
No, but
the new woman.
Yeah. Look, don't blame him.
I'm not.
Lyric's gotta be catching flack from Congress.
I know.
And he can't stand up to them, not after Welch.
Henry Welch.
Imagine finding out your director of antibiotics has been on the tape for years.
Lyric must have felt so betrayed.
You know she speaks French?
Marilyn Monroe?
No, Jackie. She's only 31 and she speaks French.
And Spanish and Italian.
Just imagine being 31, beautiful, married to the most powerful man on the planet, fantastic house on the Cape. Oh, what a life. Oh, and the best clothes. Oh, like Cassini, Coco Chanel, Givenchy. Are you okay?
Where did you get this?
Lyric's office, why?
Look,
Kevadon.
there must be some mistake.
No, it's no mistake.
You sure?
Lyric's secretary just told me to give it to you personally.
Really?
I think old Lyric has decided it's finally time to stand and fight.
Hang up.
Yep. Yep. Next week. No, it's gotta be next week.
Hang up.
Yes. On my desk. Yep. I'll call you back. Don't you ever knock?
Page 154.
What's this?
Kevin, Kelsey's goddamn Valentine's Day gift. That's what.
The British Medical Journal.
Read it.
From December. Why are we just getting it now?
There was a mail strike somewhere.
A mail strike?
Read it. Page 154.
That's it?
The hell do you mean that's
It's
it?
just 3 paragraphs.
Thinking I'm gonna gift them.
4 patients with nerve damage?
With a nice little card.
It's just 4 patients, Ray.
With hearts on it.
I take it this wasn't in our application.
Hell no, how could it be in our application? We just got it.
Maybe Kelsey hasn't seen it.
Yeah, she's been kidnapped by
You
Martians.
said there was a mail strike.
Somewhere.
Okay, I gotta go to Washington and call it to her attention.
Huh, that's a long shot.
You got a better idea?
No.
Okay. Save the March release. Tell her we didn't know about it.
About that, yeah.
We didn't know about it, right?
About the 4, no.
Then what's the problem?
Hey, don't shoot the messenger.
Sorry.
Right?
What's the problem?
Gustav Martin.
Who?
Gustav Martin.
Who the hell is Gustav Martin?
Well, he's a doc who worked for one of our subs. He says he came across a document from Grunenthal that says that the risk of nerve damage with Kevadon is very great.
A Grunenthal document?
That's what he said.
Was it in the documents Grunenthal sent over for our application?
If it was, I couldn't find it.
Do you ever wonder what else the Germans aren't telling us?
Yeah, every goddamn day.
When was it?
Gustav Martin? Year and a half, 2 years ago.
We knew that Kevadon could possibly cause nerve damage 2 years ago?
No one working on the study knew.
Gustav Martin knew, and to Kelsey, Gustav Martin is us, Ray. Damn it!
I know. What are you gonna do?
What can I do? Go to Washington, tell Kelsey we didn't know about the cases in the British Medical Journal, and plead ignorance.
Hey, Dr. Kelsey, what's it like to be the most popular girl in class?
Must be my new lipstick.
Do you even own lipstick? Where's Meryl?
Should be here any minute.
Think it's about the British Medical Journal?
I don't know. Maybe Dr. Murray has a crush on me.
That's touching. Think they knew?
About the nerve damage?
Before the article.
Okay. A GP in a town of about 4,000 people in Scotland sees 4 cases of nerve damage caused by a single drug. That same drug is being taken every day by thousands of people across 46 countries. The manufacturer must have known.
Absolutely, someone must have told them.
So we assume the Germans knew.
Of course the Germans knew, but what about Meryl?
Well, either the Germans are lying to Meryl or...
Meryl is lying to us.
Right.
So which is it?
I don't know.
How are you planning to find out?
I'm not.
You're not.
What difference does it make? Meryl's application didn't disclose the nerve damage. They filed it. They own it.
Okay, but what happens when Murray walks in here and tells you that the British Medical Journal was the first they ever heard of it?
Simple. I say the risk of nerve damage was known and not disclosed disclosed in the application.
But you don't know for certain that it was him.
Not for certain, no.
But you're still going to say it was.
Yes.
Why?
To force Merrill into a study so we can solve this thing.
They're not going to be happy.
That's not my problem.
You want me to stay? Protection?
No. But you wouldn't happen to have an extra H-bomb lying around, would you?
I'll check with the Russians.
Dr. Kelsey, hello.
Dr. Murray, how was the flight?
Fine. TWA.
Well, you asked for this meeting.
Okay, well, let's get right to it. We wanted to call your attention to several cases of possible nervous system damage from Kevadon that we've been tracking down.
Okay.
They were reported in December's British Medical Journal. Dr. Kelsey,
I read the article.
you did?
Yes.
Well, it's the first we ever heard of nervous system damage from Kevadon, and we wanted to call it to your attention right away.
Thank you.
Okay. That's why I wanted the meeting, to call it to your attention. Thank you for seeing me.
I'm curious. Why wasn't it in your application?
Oh, I told you, the British Medical Journal was the first we ever heard of it.
Don't you think you should have known?
How?
Don't ask me. It's your job.
We learned about it when you did.
You sure?
Of course I'm sure.
Okay.
Wait, are you accusing us of knowing about it and purposefully not including it?
Me?
That's exactly what you're doing.
Well, the fact is
You
that
watch
this
your
are-
step, Kelsey.
The fact is that
Oh,
this
you want to hear
article-
from our attorneys?
Nonetheless, the
I
fact
think
is that this-
Commissioner Larrick would like to know about this, don't you?
Be my guest. Dial 0 for the operator. Ask for the commissioner's office.
We want to get to the bottom of this as much as you do.
No, you don't.
How dare you say that?
If you really wanted to get to the bottom of this, you'd be in Germany right
I'm
now.
planning a trip.
Soon, I hope.
What more do you want from
A
us?
study.
A study.
To find out how widespread the neurological complications are and look for any other unusual side
A
effects.
study?
We can contact your docs.
Our docs?
There's only 30 of them. It can't be that hard.
But they're our docs.
Conducting an investigational study. Let's use them to investigate.
Give me one good reason why we should cooperate.
You want Kevadon approved.
So, we cooperate, you'll approve the drug.
You know I can't promise that.
You're not planning on approving us in March, are you?
I haven't decided.
Come on, Kelsey. You can't hold us up to some Scottish GP no one's ever heard of reports 4 cases of suspected nerve damage.
Wanna bet?
Dr. Nelson. Oh, Dr. Nelson.
Betty!
I thought I missed you.
Just on my way to lunch.
Oh, well, don't let me hold you up.
Did we have an appointment?
No, just dropping off some Kevadon.
I think we're almost out.
I just wanted to say how lucky we are to have a physician of your caliber in the Kevadon program.
Glad to help.
I was just checking my records. You're one of our top prescribers.
I wrote a study on it, you know. Should be out any day now.
I already got it.
How?
Merrill gave us all early copies.
I haven't even seen it yet.
Oh, well, here it is. The American Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology, June issue.
Could I?
Oh, if you promise to autograph it? Page 0245. Pretty impressive, don't you think?
Thanks.
Now, I'm curious, when do you find time to write? You always seem so crazy busy.
Nights and weekends.
I knew you were a genius. Oh, would you autograph it, please?
So, Merrill gave you this.
Oh, yes. So we would be ready for any questions.
Of course.
Oh, it'll be such a help. Especially that line about danger to the baby.
Oh, what line?
Oh, come on. You know. You wrote it. Oh, no, here, let's see. Where'd that go? There is no danger to the baby if some of it appears in the milk or passes the placental barrier.
Oh, that line.
Oh, seeing it in print like that, so definite and everything, it's really going to reassure a lot of docs who are on the fence about using Kevadon in pregnancy.
Good.
Plus, it makes my job a lot easier, so thanks.
Oh, no problem. Sorry, lunch.
Glückwunsch!
What?
Glückwunsch.
Sorry?
Oh, dear, I'm probably saying it all wrong. Congratulations. My grandmother used to say that.
Oh, thanks.
I didn't know you spoke German.
Me? German? Whatever gave you that idea?
Well, your article, a lot of the references are in German.
No, Latin. I took Latin.
Latin?
4 years. Miss Rickle. I hated it.
Is that Dawson?
He's headed to lunch.
Crap, I wanted to catch him so he can autograph this article.
He doesn't speak German.
What?
Well, he doesn't speak. Never mind.
This article is going to make him famous.
Yeah, let's hope not.
What's wrong?
You want to take my place?
McNolson, you'd give up that account.
Maybe.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. Something's fishy.
Oh, that sounds very mysterious.
What else is new?
Kavanagh's getting approved.
And I'm Marilyn Monroe.
Swear to God, Marilyn.
The FDA's finally backing down.
Apparently.
I'll believe it when I see it.
You watch. Meryl's going to make honest women of us yet.
Speaking of that, how's the marital discord?
It's not.
Not
It's not. It's over.
over.
Last month. It's with the divorce lawyers now.
Mary, I'm so sorry.
I guess there are some things even Kavanaugh can't fix.
Oh, those bastards at the FDA. They couldn't find their dicks if they had a roadmap.
A roadmap? What on earth are you talking about?
Okay, so I'm working with the FDA, setting up that study that you agreed to. Thanks a hell of a lot, by the way.
Kelsey gave me no choice.
Well, the FDA selection criteria limits us to 30 docs. So, we don't have to tell them about everybody.
How'd you work that bit of magic?
That's just it. I didn't.
Who did?
The FDA! They never asked. They just assumed that we used the same doctors that we used in our initial application. Like I said, they wouldn't be able to find their dicks with a roadmap.
How many docs do we have?
How was Europe?
Docs here, the nerve stuff is real.
I was afraid of
The
that.
Germans are playing it down.
Well, what did you expect them to
They're
do?
saying it's diet or allergy.
Or moon dust. How many cases?
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
Thousands. Maybe.
And they didn't tell us?
No.
How long have they known?
3 years, at least.
You'd have thought they would have sent us a postcard or something.
No.
Assholes.
But the good news is, the Germans are conducting a study.
A study!
On chicken.
On chicken! Colonel Sanders will be dancing in the streets.
And the German government's going to start requiring a prescription.
Well, we knew that was coming. Hey, I'm thinking we tell Kelsey we'll accept the warning label.
I already tried that.
When?
About a month ago.
Before they turned us down?
Said our application was incomplete.
Nothing is complete enough for that woman. I pity her husband.
That is why we've got to take the battle to her.
How?
A conference. The FDA. First week of September. Bring our docs, bring our study data, show that Kevadon is safer than other sedatives, and get approval.
Gunfight at the OK Corral.
Yeah, something like that.
You be Burt Lancaster. I'll be Kirk Douglas.
Who would Kelsey be?
Miss Kitty.
That's Gunsmoke.
Right.
Make one last big push, right?
Nelson should help.
That's out?
It says that Kevadon is safe for both the fetus and the newborn.
Yes, thank Nelson for me, would ya?
Sure, that ought to shut Kelsey up about babies.
I hope so.
Hey, have you seen her lately?
Oh, she looks just awful. Dark circles under her eyes.
The pressure's getting
Looks
to her.
like she hasn't slept in weeks.
Congress, PR.
The lawsuit.
The lawsuit.
Hey, where you been? I threatened her with libel. Where is it?
Libel?
Here, read this. Letter from Kelsey.
We are greatly concerned that apparently evidence with respect to nerve damage was known to you but not forthrightly known in your application.
She's saying we knew?
Yeah, but libel for this?
Throw her off course.
Yeah, you never win.
Make her pay for her defense.
Gustav Martin.
Ratchet up the pressure.
No, I do not wish to comment. Leave my husband out of this. I don't care if you have 50 sources. No comment.
Another admirer?
This is getting ridiculous. They're just making stuff up.
The bigger the lie.
Have you seen the medical world news? They're accusing us, me, of, get this, dilatory tactics, which certainly cost a loss to the industry of millions of dollars and even loss of life.
Dilatory, huh?
Yes.
What's that mean again?
Slow to act.
Don't read this stuff.
Do you think I could get a job bagging groceries at the A&P when this is over?
Maybe, if you're not too dilatory.
What?
Dr. Kelsey, do you mind if I say something a bit personal?
I need a new hairstylist.
Well, yes, there is that. But mostly you need some rest.
Did my husband put you up to this?
No, it's the consensus view of the department.
The consensus view? What am I, a lab rat?
Folks care what's happening to you, that's all.
Then here,
What's this?
fan mail. Wow, a bill from my lawyer.
I should have gone to law school.
And miss the fortune you're making at the FDA?
You're right, I'd probably have to sell my yacht. You're not getting divorced, are you?
Not that I know of. Not that I blame
You
him.
have been a bit consumed.
I know.
So why the lawyer?
Meryl is suing me.
Personally?
Uh-huh. Threatening to sue, technically.
Why?
Libel.
Libel?
Murray contends I libeled him by claiming that they knew about Kevadon's potential for nerve damage and didn't include it in their application.
He's saying they didn't know?
That's what he's saying.
They can't be that stupid.
Their lawyers claim they are.
So, what, you hand this bill into personnel, or
I wish. No, I pay it.
you pay it?
That's right.
They're trying to bankrupt you.
I know, at this rate, that won't take long.
They can't get you to back down any other way, so they're forcing you to choose between fighting them, sending your girls to college.
Maybe I can convince my girls to join the circus.
How are their flying trapeze skills?
Minimal, I'm afraid.
Tightrope?
No.
Well, there's always the elephants.
I should have listened to you.
Why? No one else does.
You warned me.
Dr. Kelsey.
No, months ago, you warned me.
You're not going to want to hear
You
this.
said Meryl would come after me.
No one would fault you if you back down now.
I thought I could handle
You
it.
fought a good fight, a great fight, really.
You said I didn't know what I was getting into.
A better fight than anyone else would have.
I just thought my family would be somehow out of bounds.
Nothing is out of bounds. There's too much money involved. This is war.
I thought you had your ducks in line.
Look, Joe, nobody could have predicted
What a
that.
royal screw-up.
Kelsey caught him off guard.
Off guard? Off guard? Can anyone in this room assure me that Kevadon is safe for a fetus? Christ.
Nobody expected her to ask that question.
I thought at least one of you bastards would have stood up for us.
They didn't know what we wanted them to say.
We paid their way here. Do they think it's because they're so frickin' brilliant?
They were trying to help.
Not the son of a bitch who said it needed more study.
No, he was definitely off.
Whose side is he on anyway, huh? Damn it, Ray.
Where is she anyway?
She took a phone call.
Yeah, more like keeping us waiting.
She said it's one of her kids.
I'll bet it's a power play to put us on the defensive.
You think she had one of her kids call to manipulate us?
I wouldn't put it past her. So what do you think she's going to do with our application?
To be honest, at this point, I don't know anymore.
Let's ask her.
What?
Let's ask her.
Nah.
Joe, what have we got to lose? If she raises any objections, we'll address them on the spot.
Quiet as she is.
Sorry, teenagers.
Ready for the wrap-up?
Sure. Your experts ready?
They better be.
Then let's do it.
Are you going to approve us?
Excuse me?
Our Kevadon application, are you going to approve it?
You want to talk about that now?
Sure, why not?
But your experts are waiting.
Yeah, let them wait.
You sure?
Are you finally going to approve Kevadon?
Well, this application is certainly stronger, no question about it. You guys have filled in some of the gaps, but unfortunately, it's still not strong enough for approval.
Oh, come on, Kelsey.
Your experts are waiting.
Why are you doing this?
Doing what?
Ray.
Procrastinating.
I am doing my
Ray,
job.
the wrap
Your
up.
job.
Shall we go?
Where are we deficient?
Ray.
Pregnancy, for one thing.
You're like a broken record. You know that,
The
Kelsey?
effect on the fetus.
But we gave you a...
Ask your experts. Listen. Add a warning that any woman who is pregnant or
We
plans
can't
to
do
get
that.
pregnant shouldn't take.
Morning sickness is one of Kevadon's primary indicators.
I can't help you then.
I think we need to get
What
to...
about Nelson?
Nolson?
Nelson study.
You guys want to debate the Nolson
The
study
wrap.
now?
Nelson study specifically states that Kevadon is safe for both the infant and the fetus.
I read the study.
And even you have to admit it's a significant study in a major American journal.
God, if men could only get pregnant.
Excuse me.
Gentlemen, you throw up at the beginning of the pregnancy, the first trimester, right? That's when women will take Kevadon for morning sickness. By the end, you're not nauseous. You feel like the Hindenburg getting ready to explode.
We know that.
Then act like it. Knowlson's study looks at the end, the third trimester. The fetus is almost completely formed at that point. It's almost as if Knowlson designed his study not to find anything.
Wait a minute. You're not accusing Nelson of lying.
No, I'm saying if Knowlson had wanted to find an effect, he would have looked at the first trimester because that's both where the drug is likely to be taken and when the fetus is at the highest risk of getting damaged. But no one, not Knowlson, not the Germans, not you guys, not anyone has looked there. And I am not going to approve the drug for pregnancy until someone does. Anything else?
Where are the bad babies?
What?
Ray.
Where are the bad babies?
What do you mean?
You know, you're all theory, Kelsey,
Right.
but the rest of us live in the real world.
The rest
And in the
of Ray.
real world, thousands of women are taking Kevadon every day, some of them pregnant.
Ray.
No!
Ray.
And if, as you say, that Kevadon is unsafe for the fetus, then we should be seeing hundreds of cases of fetal who knows what. Death, illness, deformity, and bad babies.
The wrap-up,
And
Ray.
we've seen zero.
Ray.
Zero!
Ray.
Where are the bad babies?
Up.
Where are the bad
Ray.
babies, Kelsey?
I don't know.
All right, that's it for Thanksgiving leftovers.
That's awful.
Well, it's not that bad, John. Christmas will be here soon enough.
Betty, did you see this?
See what?
The pictures in the paper, the babies.
No.
They don't have arms or legs, some of them. Here, look.
Oh. Oh, that's awful. Now, why would anyone put pictures like that in the paper?
There's this mysterious epidemic of it in Europe. They say it's caused by some drug.
A drug, did it say which one? Thalidomide.
Thalidomide. That's it, how'd you know?
Well, remember that drug from work I was talking about?
We talk about a lot of drugs.
Kevadon.
Maybe.
Well, it's thalidomide.
Well, it's called Kevin.
That's a brand name.
Well, it also says here that it caused a lot of miscarriages. Betty? You okay?
I killed the baby.
What?
Early in the pregnancy, Kevadon. I took it.
Why?
They said that it would help with the morning sickness. They said that it was as safe as water, John, as safe as water.
Did you know if it was really the drug that did it to you?
I killed the baby.
You don't know that.
Please don't hate me, John.
No!
Please don't
Betty,
hate me.
I could never.
God, what have I done?
Is that the statement?
Part of it.
Read it.
Representatives from the German company Chemie Blumenthal have agreed on the pressure from health authorities to withdraw the drug
In Germany,
in Germany.
not here.
Not here.
So what are we supposed to do?
For the time being, nothing.
Nothing?
Look, it's just a preliminary study. Come on, Joe, you don't think Kevadon's capable of
But
this?
the
do you?
Germans have been saying all
The Germans are panicking.
panic.
We just need to take a deep breath and wait for PR.
Oh, that's easy for them. Kelsey's going to be looking for answers from me.
PR is working on an official response right now, but in the meantime, we stay the course, and if anybody asks any question, we just tell them we're waiting for confirmation.
We're waiting for confirmation?
That's what they said.
Confirmation from whom?
Who the hell cares? We're just trying to buy time.
That's very kind. It was a team effort. Thank you, Congressman. They don't stop.
For the hero.
Oh, thanks. Hardly.
Oh, but you are. Everyone's talking about you.
I know. Guess what someone just called me? What? The procrastinator who got lucky.
I was giving it out, John. Kevadon. I was giving it out.
That's not possible. The paper says it's never been approved in the United States.
They told us to give it out anyway.
And you did?
What was I supposed to do?
But it was approved.
It was my job, John. What was I supposed to do?
Betty, are you going to be in trouble?
I don't know.
Do they know you were giving it out?
I don't think so.
You gotta tell them.
You've seen the news?
Yes. Are the Germans acknowledging the connection with birth defects?
No.
Why not?
It's just a first report. They're waiting for confirmation.
So, are you withdrawing the application for Kevadon?
No.
Why not?
We're waiting for confirmation.
Well, McBride in Australia found the same thing. His report's coming out in Lancet. There's your confirmation.
I had not heard that.
Have you notified your docs?
No.
Why not?
We're waiting for
confirmation. Yeah, I got it, Joe. Hang on. Do you
Well, that
want
worked
to
well.
Hello, Dr. Kelsey's office. I'm trying to reach Dr. Frances Kelsey.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, she's a little busy right now.
It's about Kevadon.
Kevadon,
What's happening?
Kelsey told me to hang on.
can I help you?
There's a lot of Kevadon out there.
No, ma'am, it was never approved in this country.
There's this investigational study.
We know 30 doctors.
Hundreds.
Hundreds?
Thousands, maybe.
Hang on. The woman on the phone, she's saying that hundreds of doctors have been passing out Kevadon.
That's impossible.
I know. I'm sorry, ma'am, you must be mistaken. That's impossible.
No, it's all true. I've been passing out the pills.
Hang on. It sounds like
she knows. She says she's been passing out the pills.
Who is she?
I don't know, maybe a nurse?
Ask her where she works.
Excuse me, ma'am. Hello? Ma'am, she hung up.
Call Eric.
Get me Commissioner Laird, it's urgent.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Joe. You still have just 30 docs with Kevadon, right?
Hang on. Kelsey wants to know how many docs have Kevin on.
I was afraid she was going to ask that question.
Commissioner Laird? Hang on. Laird.
Commissioner Laird, Francis Kelsey. There may be a whole lot more Kevadon out there than we thought. We're trying to track it down. I'm on the phone with Merrill now.
Look, Joe, PR is trying to figure out what we can say.
A whole hell of a lot of good that does me now.
I understand. I'll contact you as soon as we know something. Okay. Joe?
Hold on. Got any more bright ideas?
Tell Kelsey the truth about the number of dogs.
The truth is, I don't know.
Well, then tell her that.
Dr. Kelsey,
You still have just 30 docs with Kevadon, right?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I just don't know.
The truth.
That is the truth.
More?
I don't know.
You have to do better than that,
Look,
Joe. Do you have their names?
Maybe. Some of them.
It was an investigational study. How can you not have their names? Hang on.
Well, that's not working very well. She's not buying any of it.
They're stonewalling, I'm sure of it.
Ask about the pills then.
What?
Ask about the pills. How many? They gotta track those.
Okay, Joe. I'm going to ask you a question. And if you lie to me, I swear to Christ, I'm going to spend the rest of my life making sure you go to prison.
Whoa, whoa, calm down. We've always been able to work through
Shut
things.
up! How much Kevadon have you dispensed? How many pills?
I don't know.
Find out.
I don't know.
Find out!
Is that the Kevin formulary report?
Why?
Kelsey wants to know how many pills we've dispensed.
Joe, the secrecy clause.
Give me the
We
report.
can't say or do anything that would damage Grunendahl's interest.
Oh, but they can lie to us?
It's best to wait for PR.
Give me the damn report.
All right. You'll regret this.
Hold on, I'm looking. This can't be right.
No. It's right.
Oh my God. Here it is. 2,528,000.
2 million.
528,000.
528,000.
412.
400. Oh my God. Okay. Got it. Thanks. $17
what?
17 babies with multiple deformities.
Dr. Kelsey.
That doesn't count all the ones who died or were miscarried.
Dr. Kelsey, you've got to stop beating yourself up over this.
It was my job.
Look, there may be 10,000 in Europe. So we've only had 17.
And you want me to do what? Go up to a child with no arms and legs and say, sorry,
No.
I almost got it right.
No, but it's not your fault.
It is my fault.
Dr. Kelsey.
They had over 1,200 doctors in that sham study. We thought they had what?
30.
30! How could I miss that? How many patients?
Dr. Kelsey, we've been over
How many patients?
20,000.
20,000.
You did everything you could.
No, I didn't.
What else could you have done?
I could have rejected the application.
How?
If I had rejected the application the first
You
time,
couldn't.
I could have stopped it
You
all.
had no cause.
None of this would have
You
happened.
did your best.
I could have stopped it.
Princess.
I could have. They were lying. I knew they were lying. I swear to God. I knew they were lying.
Want to answer it? Hello, Dr. Kelsey's office. Yes, sir, she's right here.
I can't talk to anyone right now.
Princess? Kennedy.
What's that?
Your next applications.
All that?
Oh no, there's much more.
More?
You know, 2 years ago when I first met you, I handed you a couple of binders. Now look, see what you've done. Oh, and my mother gave me her copy of Life magazine if you want another one.
Oh, I hate that picture.
You look fine.
I look like a raccoon.
You do not.
My girls are on me to use makeup.
Maybe you should.
But I hate makeup.
You can try cucumbers.
Cucumbers?
That's what I use.
Cucumbers.
So, what time do you leave for the White House?
I just got back.
Ooh, the President of the United States. You stole Kennedy's pen?
He gave it to me after he signed the Kefauver bill.
Kefauver's gonna change everything.
We're entering a brave new world.
That's twice.
What's twice?
The Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act of 1938, and now Kefauver, you both times.
No.
Troublemaker.
Honest, it was the rats and the rabbits.
Blame the poor animals.
It wasn't just me.
Did you see Kennedy putting a medal on anyone else? Francis,
Huh?
they're saying you saved 20,000 children from being crippled. 20,000. Francis, are you even listening?
20,000.
And you know what's scary?
No, what?
Remember the day we met?
You thought I'd look older.
Shut up.
Like I do now.
And you told me the story of how you got into the University of Chicago because they thought you were a man.
The name, Francis.
They saved all the positions for men because, why? They thought they made better scientists?
Don't forget, it was the Depression. A lot of men were out of work.
So, if your parents had named you Mary Ann, you wouldn't have gotten in.
Probably not.
And you wouldn't have ended up at the FDA that day I handed you those first 2 cases.
No.
Okay. Ready for the really scary part? Those 20,000 kids would have gotten crippled.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. No one else would have stood up to Merrill. No one. Those 20,000 kids would have gotten crippled. Think about it, Francis. All those kids are going to be running and playing because your folks named you Francis, not Mary Ann.
Life is sure a tenuous thread.
Folks will remember you, Francis.
What?
Folks will remember you, they will.
A woman scientist?
Yes, a woman scientist. Long after we're all dead, they'll remember you.
No, they won't.
Why is that so hard to believe?
Because people forget.
They'll remember you.
People forget.
Not you, Francis. You won.
President's press conference from the new State Department auditorium in Washington, D.C.
Afternoon. I have several announcements. Recent events in this country and abroad concerning the effects of a new sedative called thalidomide emphasize again the urgency of providing additional protection to American consumers from harmful or worthless drug products. The United States has the best and the most effective food and drug law of any country in the world. And the alert work of our Food and Drug Administration, and particularly Dr. Francis Kelsey, prevented this particular drug from being distributed commercially in this country.